Welcome to WJZ News at Noon, where winter is back after a dramatic drop in temperatures overnight. Outside right now, it is sunny, but the wind chills are in the 20s and 30s. First Alert meteorologist Rochelle Jay in our news studio to tell us when these winds will subside. Rochelle.
We do need to deal with these winds. We have to deal with these winds through the rest of the day today. But the good news is we're not talking about severe storm level winds like we had yesterday throughout much of the day. We've got sunshine, so that helps it feel a little bit better, at least mentally. But our temperatures, as Denise mentioned, are sharply colder than what we experienced yesterday. So just know that if you haven't stepped out the door just yet, look at these wind chills across our area right now. It feels like 25 degrees in Westminster. It feels like 30 in Cambridge as well as BWI Marshall. It feels like 28 degrees right now in Annapolis. Also feels like the upper 20s for our friends in Easton. 22 is the wind chill right now in Hagerstown. So a cold day out there, and look at the next few hours as far as our wind chills go. At the best, they'll reach right around 30 degrees and then of course drop once that sun starts to set a little bit later on in the evening. So just know this is one of the colder days of the 7-day forecast. There is some warmer air ahead, but with that cool down that we have, we'll also watch out for a couple of snowflakes. I'm calling it conversational snow. You look at your coworker, hey, did you see those snowflakes this morning? That's about it. We're not talking accumulations, major impacts from this, but we'll continue with this possibility through the rest of the day today. So just know we do have some impactful weather because of that cold air that is in place, but much quieter versus what we experienced during the day on Monday. I did talk about a warm up. We'll be talking more about temperatures close to 60 degrees and even into the 60s before the end of the 7-day forecast. We'll look at that extended outlook coming up, Denise, in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Rochelle. It's a good time to download. All right, welcome back. Let's take a live look out at the WJZ Outback. Some beautiful sunshine out there, but you can see the reeds moving. It's chilly and it's windy. Rochelle.
Yeah, it's a little brutal out there, if I'm going to be completely honest, at least to me stepping out today with the cold air that's in place and those gusty winds that we're also dealing with. It is definitely a shock to the system. Even with my large puffer coat that goes down to my knees, still very, very cold out there, especially in comparison to what we've experienced over the last week and a half. Days in the 60s, 70s, and even the 80s. Now, here's where we're sitting right now as far as our temperatures go. Now, that doesn't include, however, the wind. So these are just the plain air temperatures. This is around what your car will tell you the current temperature is. 37 right now in Baltimore, 37 also in Middle River, Cockeysville, and Randallstown. Now, quick check over toward the west, looking at Columbia and Westminster. 34 in Westminster, and our friends in Columbia right now sitting at 37 degrees. So we're sitting in the mid to upper 30s right now before you factor in the wind, which in many cases is quite strong out there right now. So let's bring our maps down and let's head over to our monitor over here. So our forecast for today is quieter than it was yesterday, and the wind chills, unfortunately, a little bit more like winter. We are still technically in winter until Friday morning. Feels like temperatures are in the low 20s, depending on where you are, to right around 30 degrees. Now, at best, those wind chills will reach around 30, but for some of us that run on the cooler side, especially, we're going to be talking about those wind chills into the 20s for today. So First Alert radar right now does show a couple of rogue snowflakes, legitimately a couple of rogue snowflakes showing up. Might see a flake or two, or you might not for today. We've got the chance for a couple of areas of some snow showers as we look into the afternoon going into the evening. Now, overall, that forecast over the next few days is looking pretty quiet. Again, those feels like temperatures right now are in the 20s. Fort Meade, however, feeling like the low 30s. That wind chill forecast, not very pleasant whatsoever, but we do have some warmer days that are on the way in the extended forecast as well. So trying to get to that 7-day forecast, if my computer will let me. We put the computers through a lot of work yesterday during the storms. Doesn't look like it wants to respond right now, but Denise, we will have that 7-day forecast coming up at the end of the show.
All right, now let's look at that 7-day.
Yeah, the computer, we're going to have to let it get a little rest this afternoon. We've got quiet weather, though, that's on the way for the next few days. Temperatures going up into the 50s, right around 60 degrees for Friday and on Saturday. By Sunday, we've got a chance for showers, but close to 65 degrees, and then those temperatures try to come back down. So March looks like a March forecast. We've got our ups, we've got our downs, we've got a few showers in there, but right now, no alert days on the 7-day forecast.